So they're just well balanced all over the field. I think their halves are playing the best they've combined, and they just look hungry. They're defending well, and they've just got pockets of attack all over. They know their game. They know how they play. They know how each other play. Strike all over the park.
Were you expecting it to go this way? Were you expecting such a big scoreline?
I thought it'd be a tight one. Junior, Barlow, he's a genetic freak. The stuff he does, his ball playing, the minutes, his agility. But they just totally outclassed the Raiders.
Well, I've been critical of Parramatta throughout the year of being conservative and even labelled their attack stale at one stage, but this is the way they need to play. Just look at the lanes that they get into and the width that they hold, and then the spaces that creates. And you know, Moses and Brown, they touch the ball more than anyone else on the field, and that's their game. They have to do that. Just the width that they play with, and everyone's nice and direct, and it allows their halves and key players to drift across the field, and they play what they see in front of them, and they're as dangerous as anyone. They had 13 players run for over 100 metres. And
Brown ran for 320.
And it's not because of their attitude and how hard they run. That's a part of it, but it's because they're creating opportunities and they're creating space and these one-on-one opportunities, and that's when you get quick play of the balls and you can flood the advantage line and go off the back of it. I thought whoever won this game would be going up to Townsville and getting beaten, but after that performance, I'm having second thoughts.
It's a great moment for Parramatta fans. They've waited a while to get back into the prelims, but there was one try in particular, Joey, you spoke about, Junior Barlow's try, something that Gus used to be a big fan of.
Yeah, we used to, in Origin, we'd hit to where the numbers are on the field or around 20 metres in from the sideline. Numbers, post. And we'd go back there. Junior Paulo, his performance, the way they're linking, if you watch Ryan Madison here, he'll get the ball, little short pass to his back rower around that numbers area on the field, and then attack back at the far post. And they just did it perfect. And it was Ryan Madison backing up, play for play.
That was so good.
Just finding space.
And you see
if
the
you
movement.
get those sequence plays together, 2-play, 3-play sequences, and everyone knows their job, it's hard to stop.
Well, they're all forwards. You know, it was Junior Paulo played the ball and it went shift to Ryan to Papali or Niokora, then come back through two forwards again. So big effort from the front row to play the ball, get back, and then push through for the try.
How often do you hear that off Gus? Numbers post. Yeah.
Well, most of the time you use your big men as decoy runners. They use their small men and their key players as decoy runners. You see Brown out the back of Paulo. They were the ones that were creating the attention.
This bloke I think it's the best game I've seen Dylan Brown play.
He ran for 300 metres.
He was quiet. He was quiet against Penrith last week. I actually spoke to Brad Arthur, and he said, I've just challenged him to run the ball more. Well, he must have tattooed it on his head.
But he's got to do it out of trouble. Like, you know, sometimes players wait till the ball looks a bit better and looks a bit nicer. That's what Penrith do to you. That's why, you know, there's not many teams that can beat Penrith. You know, Melbourne, Parramatta have had a bit of luck with them. You've got to play them out of your own end a little bit. You've got to, you know, be aggressive, attack the halfway like it's a try line. That's another Gusism.
It's a Gus.
There's a Gus.
Tom Opacek went off with a hamstring injury late in the game. Is that a concern?
Bailey Simonson, he's been the one that's played the most. Niokora. Would you put Niokora? It would be on Peter Heku. So
I think they put Niokora.
I think so. He's done a good job there in the past.
Wanga Blake playing on the wing, he has some deficiencies defensively in his defensive reads. He's a really good defender, Tom Opacek. I think he'll play. I think he'll be right.
You think he will be? If they don't, who would, and if they move Niokora there, who would they then bring into the side?
Well, then Nathan Brown may come in.
Bryce Cartwright.
Bryce Cartwright. They'd start Ryan Madison, although they've had great success with Ryan Madison coming off the bench. You know, it's a headache for Brad.